Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2027 BMW X6M Competition. This model's finished off in black sapphire metallic, and with a few options, MSRP is just shy of $150,000. The biggest options, Bowers & Wilkins for the audio and the executive package. This also has the driving assistance package as well, and everything else is included for this top trim level. So let's start off with what this is powered by, which is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic, pumps out 617 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Top speed is 177 miles an hour. Now, as we move on to the exterior styling, you'll notice there's a lot of gloss black accents and some matte black accents for the kidney grille. There's a forward camera, lots of cutouts here to provide additional cooling, along with all of the inlets in the entire lower section. Now there's also parking sensors, the sensor for distance pacing, and a dark housing for all of the LEDs. Definitely gives it a very distinctive front end design, but is incredibly functional for this performance SUV. Now this also has a staggered setup for the wheels. So they're 21s up front. You'll notice the red M Sport brakes and the floating center caps. So those will stay upright. And this has 22-inch wheels for the rear. Now there's also the body colored fender arches. You get this neat trim accent just behind the front tire. The body colored mirror caps, which are power folding with the camera and the turn signal. And then you'll notice gloss black for the window trim and a full moonroof up top. Now with the X6, you have that very steeply raked rear glass. So unlike the X5, more of that traditional style, you get that coupe-like look for this version. And very nice lines flowing down the side. In back, there's also two spoilers. So a smaller one down below, along with one up top. There's also LEDs for all of the lighting, backup camera, parking sensors, and then the quad tip dual exhaust. Now this does have remote start, and you can activate it that way, which is really nice. You can also shut it off as needed. And then to gain access to the cargo space, use the key fob, the control underneath, or you can just kick your foot up under the middle of the bumper and you can activate it that way. Now you do lose a little bit of height, but you still have a lot of space regardless. You have storage under the floor, so you can place in a lot of items. There's also some tie-down hooks. You get a hook on one side. You can completely remove this if you need to. There's a 12 volt as well. And of course, you can fold the back seats down for even more space. Now for the LCI, this does not have proximity door handles for the rear. However, there are multiple ways where you can set this up and not even grab the key fob to lock and unlock it. Now this also has the manual sunshades, lots of nice leather along with carbon fiber. There's all the brushed accents and then storage in the lower section, the illumination for the M badge. And then when you fold these seats down, as you can tell, you have a larger opening. Very nice leather seats along with the BMW colors on the seat belts. Now you do have an area to place and charge tablets. You get storage pockets, vents, heated seats, climate adjustments, storage, and an auxiliary down below. Now there's also the armrest where you have cup holders and storage, and you can fold this middle seat down individually if you need a little bit more versatility. There's also alcantara for the headliner, and at 5'10", I have about 1.5 inches of headroom. So even with this design, it is still practical. Now this model has memory seating adjustments, massaging seats. You can control the front passenger seat. There's a liftgate release, windows and side mirror adjustments, more storage, and all of the same materials as in back. You have another illumination and then a very nice design for the sport bucket seats. These are also the multi-contoured seats, so they have several adjustments that you can go through. And as we start it back up, we have carbon fiber for the paddle shifters, leather for the steering wheel. There's also M1 and M2. You have cruise control settings on the left. Right side, there's volume tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. If you use this center control, now you can go through quite a lot of information within the digital gauge cluster, including the augmented reality. So you have that additional camera view, and then you can look at several other vitals, navigation. You have a lot right in front of you here. Now you can also get into the head-up display, and you have a few different settings to monitor that as needed. Now this also has a power steering wheel, so you have those controls on the left. There's storage along with headlight adjustments, one air vent, more of the carbon fiber, leather for the whole dash, and then with the infotainment system, it's very easy to go through. You have all the shortcuts down below. It is touchscreen, of course, and you have the shortcuts down by the shifter to use as well. Now this has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can get into drive recorder, different driving settings. There's a lot of usable performance and daily driving information. On the home screen, you can go through all these widgets, even customize them too, just depending on what you would like to use and how you want this laid out. You can get into the climates along with the map and navigation. There's music, and then heated, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and temperature adjustments. There's carbon fiber underneath that, along with vents. You have volume tuning, hazards, and defrosters, and then wireless charging with an auxiliary, and then heated and cooled cup holders, which is really neat to see. Now you have those shortcuts, like I mentioned earlier, so you can quickly go through all of this using this control here, which is fantastic. This is how you put it into reverse, where you have no shortage of visibility to go through all of these different angles. When you put the vehicle into drive and go through these, now we have the forward camera, which is nice. There's park and the transmission adjustments. Now there's traction control, parking sensors, engine start stop, and then M mode is how you can go between road, sport, and track. So that is going to change the gauge cluster and the head-up display, where you can still view information on that left side. So you have some more performance information, including the tach on that head-up display. And then setup is how you can get into M1 and M2. You can go between efficiency to Sport Plus and comfort, just depending on how you want the vehicle to react, and have those shortcuts set up and ready to go. There's also an exhaust note, auto hold, the e-brake, downhill assist. You get an auxiliary in the armrest, a locking glove box with storage, the illumination of the M logo there. There's garage door buttons up top, dome lights, and then controls for both the sunroof and sunshade. And then here's a look at visibility, where it's very easy to see. Even with that rear end design, you have a lot of glass to see over both shoulders. And still in the Sport Plus settings from second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, this is a quick vehicle. From my experience with my X5, this has so much more potential, and it's definitely going to put a smile on your face. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X6M Competition. Lots of sporty ways that you can set this vehicle up to the conditions in front of you, and it is just such a refined feeling vehicle to drive. Especially with this model here, all the materials are what you would expect for the pricing, very luxury focused too. It's going to be incredibly comfortable, very quiet. This is something that you can take on long trips and just have a luxury focused vehicle. And then when you're ready to hit some back roads and have some of that performance driving fun. It sounds good too. For being stock, you can do some upgrades if you would like to. So just depending on what you plan on doing with your vehicle. But in the stock form, this is a fun vehicle to drive. You do have plenty of space as well, even with that rear design. So you can put your family in this. You can load it up with cargo. I don't believe you can get the factory hitch on the Competitions. I believe the M60 is the highest trim level. So if you do need to do some towing, I don't believe you can do it with the Competition. I don't think that is a factory option. But the BMWs in general can tow quite a lot. So they are impressive with those aspects as well, if that's something you plan to do with your SUV. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2027 BMW X6M Competition. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.